Okay guys, Steve here with lots of tapes obviously, and today I'm going to talk about some new tapes I collect in Taichung. It's a really historical street with lots of electronic stores, but nowadays people don't really go there. But however, I discovered some hidden gems. So let's take a look. So first, in the glimpse, we got the Sony high precision, the CDIX2. The number behind symbolized is type 2. So some people already know it's CRO2. It's a type 2 chrome dioxide tapes. But however, inside the box, you'll find out it's actually the metal tapes. It's not type 2, it's not type 3, but it's type 4 for metal precision. However, the Sony CDIX type 4 cassette, I have to say the whole CDIX line is not the strongest line you can find, because if you see the back list, it actually listed all lines of the cassette. You can see the CDIX is the very beginning. So it's the beginner grade of type 4 cassette. But nowadays it's 2023 and it's really hard to find a complete seal, good condition metal tapes. And we now just have a box. We got the second box, the metal 64. It's actually the same grade but different length. So just the difference of the cassette lengths. So 64 and 74. You might ask, why is not normal like 30 or 60 or even 90, 120 minutes? Because you can tell from its name is CD. So the 64 and 74 are actually for the CD length. Because when Sony released the CDIX lines, the audio industry sort of evolved into the CD. So it's kind of like an interesting era between the tapes and CD. So it might sound really hard to believe, but tapes and CD, they actually got along with each other for about a decade. So after like 1999, when we get into the millennials, the tapes are out of fashion. So it was quite a sad story, but interesting history about audio. And on the other box, we sort of have a extravaganza of all the tapes. So here we have the Fuji. We all know Fuji make the films for cameras, the Fuji films. Everyone knows that they have their camera, they have their lenses, the Fujinon lenses. They got their Fuji cameras, Fuji films, and we have the Fuji tapes. The tapes, I actually got the Fuji Extra Slim. The Extra Slim are just for, they talk about the case. We have an open one. It's like this, because before the tape case are really like bulky. So when they released this one, they call it a slim case because it's much thinner than a normal cassette. And if you can see, you can tell from its name, it's the type 2, the chrome dioxide tapes. Completely sealed, good condition, 46 minutes, my personal favorite. Because you don't want to like, nowadays the cassette decks, they are not meant for really long running tapes. I have to say, like, within 60 minutes is the best. But my personal favorite is like half an hour tape or the 46 minutes. And we got some Maxell UD1. You might be familiar with the UR. UR is like the modern version of UD. But if you're familiar with the transparent casing of UR lines. You will be amazed by the well-designed UD lines cassette. You can tell the acrylic transparent window are just in the middle section. From the other parts are some of this gray plastic hard shells. They are not easy to bend, although it is now like a ultrasonic molded like Sony. They are using the screws, but they are really a tight fit. You cannot easily break it. It's built solid, not like those like flimsy one, the flimsy knockoff, not like this one, but they are really built to last. Even you squeeze like this, making a crickling sound, not breaking. So the UD line, UD1, they are all normal position. They are not just few, they have the whole box of UD1. In total, there are like 24, which is like 24 cassettes. So I will give you an update when I get back home with all my cassette decks, all my recording units, and I'm going to test it out. I'm going to test with the CDI metal position first, and then we'll be down to testing the Fuji JP2X, the chrome dioxide position, and then we'll be testing the Maxell UD1, the normal position. We'll be testing it out, and I'll upload the latest update to you guys. Okay, so good night everyone, and have a good weekend. Have a good cassette day.